Hi Virgo, welcome back. So Virgo, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so you can resonate with either side. And also my readings are timeless, so whenever this finds you, it's for you. Virgo, when I was meditating on the collective Virgo energy before starting this reading, I got a Christmas song in my mind. So Christmas might be significant even though I'm doing this reading in November. That season in particular, or that time frame, may be significant this year. The song that I got was, "Do you see what I see? A song, a song." But the lyrics in particular that came to me was, "Do you hear what I hear? Do you see what I see?" And in a symbolic form, I feel like Virgo, this is kind of talking about understanding other people's perspective, and are you hearing it the same way they're hearing it? Are you seeing it the same way they're seeing it? And vice versa, and understanding that we all come from different points of view, and sometimes what we see so clearly other people can't see, and vice versa. And I get like a mirror effect type of energy coming in for you. And it's interesting because that's right when that song came through, this is the card that was coming out. Or I should say right after that song came through. And it is a mirror. It's a picture of a mirror. So this is all about opposition and balance, how you relate to other people, the mirror effect, your interactions. It talks about becoming more conscious. It talks about conscious manifestations, but also feeling tested, objectified. It can be confrontational if you go that route, but you have free will, Virgo, and how this is going to play out for you, okay? So it's like this sense of, I feel somebody wanting to call someone else out, but it's like the moment they get called out or you call them out, you realize you're guilty of doing the same exact thing, that type of energy. So, interesting start, Virgo, to the reading. So let's see, your overall supporting energy is the Ace of Swords and the Emperor. So this is victory and wisdom. And I feel like, it's not been an easy go, I feel, for some of you leading up to this, because the Emperor was in the reverse when it came out, meaning that it may have been hard for you to control your moods or behaviors or actions. And I feel this is stemming from the past, and or you were dealing with someone like that. But this is like somewhat getting victory over that, using the wisdom of what you've learned, Virgo, and having that clarity during this time frame, which will bring more balance to the situation. Person you're dealing with had the Chariot. It did come out in the reverse, so there's a little bit of stagnation or lack of progression on this person's side. But I feel like in general, they are being guided forward, and there is forward momentum for them during this time frame, okay? This also talks about travel and vehicles and things of that nature, so that may be highlighted for this person and their energy during this time frame. So now let's go into the recent past, Virgo, and see what energy led up to this moment for you. And then we're going to go into perception, how you genuinely feel underneath it all, hopes, and most likely future outcomes. So, Virgo, recent past energy. The Chariot, the Star, really interesting because they have the Chariot here. So I feel progression towards your hopes, your wishes, your goals, your fulfillment in the past. You might have had a strong push forward or being guided towards having a higher perspective, okay? Especially as it relates to relationships and how you interact with other people and how that plays into how you feel about yourself. Virgo, the Seven of Cups is here, so there's a little bit of confusion as to like how to attain a certain goal. I feel like a lot of you have a dream or a wish that is really, here to be fulfilled, but then it's kind of like a bit of confusion as to either how to go about that, how to get there, and or like confusion on whether that's what you really want. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you've set the path forward, so to speak, and you got a higher perspective, and then you're questioning it now, or you're questioning your decision making, or there's some sort of like illusionary emotional energy that set in here that kind of, I heard, course corrected you or changed the course a little bit, deviated from. Okay. And that's the past energy leading up into the now. So let's see what this person's recent past is for my Virgos. Recent past. Ooh. All right, Ace of Pentacles and the person you're dealing with, and the Tower. Some sort of disruption over here in this person's energy in the past, and it's in regards to either money or commitments, okay? And I feel like that's what the lack of progression was, or like a bit of stagnation. I feel like kind of universal forces, so to speak, came in and changed things around for this person, whether they were ready for that or not. And of course, Spirit has a tendency to do that when we stay stuck for too long, or we're feeling like we don't have the answers. Sometimes the answers come in the form of divine intervention, and I feel like that may have been what happened on this person's side, you know? I feel like this person is waiting for things to come to fruition for them, and they're going through some massive changes, and I feel like they're right on the brink, okay? Because the Empress talks about the pregnant woman and who's ready to deliver, so I feel like whatever was for this person that didn't come through in the past because they were stuck, once these changes take place, or once these changes did take place for some of them, it is now right here ready to be delivered, okay? Because now I have a song in my head, signed, sealed, delivered on yours. So I feel like there's something coming in for this person during this time frame, or recently came in for them, and it's because of patience and due diligence. And yeah, things got shaky, but I feel like for the most part they were able to hold their composure, you know, and this is allowing them movement forward, so to speak. So let's look at perception and how you see this connection. Now keep in mind, perception is in the eye of the beholder, so it's your truth, but it may not be their truth, Virgo. 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, lots of action here. So I feel like when you think about this connection, Virgo, it feels like a lot of work sometimes. You know, like, and almost like you're doing all the work. I feel that's how you feel sometimes, while this person just like sits idly by, you know, like you're trying to maybe make progress and do things, and you feel maybe at times this person is like just waiting for you to do everything for them. I get an obligatory feeling. It's pretty strong. It's a pretty strong feeling of like, you know, feeling like someone is not pulling their weight, or that it always lands on you, or, you know, and I feel like it frustrates you. It kind of makes you angry. It may make you lash out towards this person, which in a way forces them to take action. So it's almost like, okay, I'm feeling like I've taken on too much, or I don't see any help here. And then, you know, communicating that to this person, maybe not in the nicest way for some of you, or expressing that, and then feeling like it does spark action on this person's part, but I feel you feel like you should not have to ask, okay? And or they may feel that way, because this can be interchangeable. But there's something there about that going on, of like one person feeling like they're carrying more of the weight of the relationship or connection than the other person, and like while one just kind of waits for things to come to them. And a sense of like frustration here, because feeling like you have to work harder maybe than someone else. And yeah, and then I got the song again that I got in the beginning. It's like, do you see what I see? Do you hear what I hear? So I feel like some of you are almost like, okay, are you not seeing all that I'm doing, you know? Or maybe you feel like this person has trouble seeing your perspective, Virgo, that type of energy. So Let's see, person you're dealing with, what is their perception of the connection? And keep in mind, their perception is same. Their truth may not be yours. So 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 8 of Swords. Well, I feel like what's going on here, Virgo, is this person feels like they can't. That's not the truth, I feel, but that's how they perceive it or perceive themselves or the situation. It's like, well, I don't have the energy to give you. I know what you want from me, but I don't have the time. Like that type of vibe, where I feel like this person sees a lot of the limitations versus the possibilities, or at least during this time frame, that's what I feel that they are embodying. You know, I feel this person feels a very strong connection with you, absolutely. And I think that they try to understand your perspective, but at the same time, you know, they have a hard time seeing outside of themselves, because this person feels like, well, I'm giving it all that I have, and I'm sorry that what I have to give is not enough for you. You know, so you see, like, you feel like this person could give more. They feel like they're giving all they have, or vice versa. Because, you know, this person feels a lack of motivation at times, or alone. They might have abandonment issues, you know, from the past. And I feel like maybe they have some insecurities about what they're capable of, and that kind of holds them back. I feel them breaking free of this energy, though, during this time frame. You know, and I feel like a genuine effort to see things from both perspectives, because I feel this person feels very drawn to you or very connected to you. And there is a sense of kind of coming out of their own headspace as it pertains to the connection. So let's see how you genuinely feel. So that was surface level, perception, thought, ego. Now we're going to go into the depth, the ethereal, the emotion, and how you genuinely feel underneath all of that. 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups. That's a big contrast there. 2 of Swords, 5 of Wands. Wow, the Sun. So you got a lot of contrasting energies here showing up in the emotional space, because I feel like there's a bit of a tug of war. It's like feeling satisfied, but then feeling at a loss, and then feeling happy, and then not really certain. And it's like you got to be one or the other, because you can't feel satisfied if you're feeling depressed. Those two don't go together. It's like you always have a conscious choice every moment of every day of which emotion you're going to choose today, regardless of the conditions around you. And yes, that is a choice, and most people think it is not, but you are always in charge of your emotions, and it's directed by your thoughts and what you give focus to. So it's like on the days where you're feeling good, you feel satisfied, you know, and then on the days where you're feeling bad, it's like regret or loss or uncertainty, doubt, closing off your energy. And it's this moodiness that I felt earlier, Virgo, that you might be grappling with during this time frame, or you know, something you may have dealt with in the past, where it's like this tug of war. It's like an internal dialogue, though, and wanting to be more consistent in your moods, and feeling like, well, if this person just did this, I would be happy all of the time, and not understanding that by thinking that way, you're placing conditions on your happiness, which it never serves you, right? Because then that gets you in this tug of war type of energy, where your mood is dependent on someone else's behavior. And not saying not to have boundaries and healthy boundaries, Virgo, but it's like you choose your mood regardless of the behaviors, actions of others. And that's because you have control over your emotions at all times, even though, like I said, a lot of people aren't aware of that. But it's having an awareness of that, that you can sustain whatever mood you want when you stop making it about other people. That's what I feel. So I feel there's like this tug of war, you know, emotionally satisfied, happy, touching on that, being in that. And then it's like not being able to sustain it or going in and out of moods pretty fast because you're feeling pulled in two different directions. And the overall energy was about balance, right? And making conscious choices. And what is it making conscious choices about? Deciding how you're going to feel regardless, right? And taking ownership of that. And this person, same, you know. So let's see what this person's emotional energy is. 2 of Wands. So they're looking to make some big changes here. Okay, so like I feel like emotionally this person is going through some transformations. They might be emotionally distant or distracted from you during this time frame. And it's because they've got a lot of things changing internally, you know, and things that they've long held on to, behavior traits that they have long held on to that don't serve them anymore. And I feel like there was some sort of divine intervention in the recent past, and this person learning to be more patient with themselves and something coming to be delivered. And it's a new perspective, a different perspective. So it's like this person closes off in the energy emotionally because they're trying to look to the future or like, okay, so I know this needs to change. I know I want to change. I feel like this person wants change. They want to change. But yet they have some patterns of behavior that keep them stuck, so to speak, at times, or they have a very fixed nature or some things that they are working on, you know, because I feel they are getting a different perspective here, Virgo, during this time frame. And that may be what the distraction energy is about. So let's go into hopes and what the hopes are, Virgo. The Moon, this is deep emotion, deep feeling, intuition. So like I said, it's like getting into more of an emotionally controlled space, and you're doing that by paying attention to how you're feeling more often and getting ahead of it. You know, so when you feel that frustration coming in, it's like getting ahead of it, detaching yourself right away or recognizing that in yourself and doing whatever it is that you need to do to maintain your emotional balance. And that's actually going to help by law of attraction and manifestation to bring out better results in the area of relationships in general. This person's hope, the Devil. So I feel like this person is hoping to be able to break some of these bad habits that they've developed over time. Because there's that word again, developed. And I feel like they unintentionally developed these things, but I do feel that they feel bound by it, and they're very aware. I don't think that they're unaware of what they're desiring to change and work on, because the only reason they would desire to change something is if they had an awareness of it. So I feel they do have an awareness of it, you know, and they're trying to bring balance to that. So what is your most likely future outcome? Now, keep in mind, all the future outcomes are based on free will. So, yeah, I'm just giving you a snapshot, okay? 8 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and the Wheel. So it's a sense of, yes, learning when to walk away. Learning when to see that you're about to be triggered and catch it ahead of time, staying ahead of it. And then more peacefulness coming into your relationships, all right? Because of that, I feel there is a bit of a stagnation, a hesitancy on your part to emotionally move forward, but it is the right time. Divine timing is here, okay? So I feel like, you know, some of you are spending too much time wanting this person to see your point of view and perspective, and you're just, the Spirit is saying like that is a waste of time, because this person has their own perspective, and when we start to get into the explaining game, we create negative momentum within the connection and more misunderstandings happen. So it's saying you know, stop wondering, do they see it the way you see it? Do they feel it the way that you feel it? Because it matters not. You know, it only matters how you feel about it, how you see it, and what you do with that information that's going to help you to move forward, Virgo. So I feel like there's a little bit of hesitancy, I feel, in you taking what I just said for face value, because some of you are really stuck on, like, they're not doing their part. And I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying that you're going to exhaust yourself if you think you're going to force this person to see it your way, because they can't, you know, and it's not their job to do that. And it's not your job to do that for them either. It's your job to stay in alignment with how you feel. And that's what this tug of war energy is about, is this need for someone to relate, you know, and I feel like they do relate, but not quite in the way that you do. At least that's how you feel. But I feel there is movement forward here, and divine timing is here. There's good fortune here as well with the wheel, because this is like, okay, once you can move past that, there's a good fortune coming in. There's a new chapter coming in. There's more clarity and balance coming in. Let's see what this person's most likely future outcome is. And they have free will as well, so can be changed. Knight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. This person is coming to understand their own worth. It's interesting because here they are feeling like they're doing all the work. Isn't that interesting? So I feel like that's, again, what I was saying about perception. Like, this person, they kind of avoid talking to you about this because they feel that you do not understand their perspective at times. And they feel like they're doing all that they can do, you know, and maybe they are based on where they're at energetically and spiritually. But I feel like this person is self-sufficient, pretty stubborn, you know, and like I said, that's why I was saying don't waste your energy, because this person feels like they've done a lot of their own work. And like I said, they're fully aware of things emotionally that they need to change and are working on it. But I feel this person does not want you to point out to them what they need to change because they're already on it. And that just puts them on the defense, I feel. All right. Or vice versa. Because this person is looking to be more successful and confident. And they're trying to build up that confidence. So, and they are going through some major transformations. And they are being guided by their own spirit. As are you. So, I feel like this person is they're trying to establish their own self-worth, you know, and their own confidence. And you're over here kind of learning when to walk away and having more peace in your life. And like I said, I feel good fortune energy coming through for you. And that could be in finances or on the relationship front. But it's like once you can move past this thought process here, it starts a new chapter, okay, and brings more balance. So Virgo, I'm going to leave it there for now. And let me tell you what zodiac signs you could be dealing with. I have Leo here. I have Capricorn. I have Scorpio. I have Gemini. I have Sagittarius, Taurus, Scorpio again, Cancer, Pisces, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, Aries, Sagittarius again. So those are, and Libra. Those are the predominant zodiac signs, but keep in mind it could be any zodiac sign because it is a general reading. Take it as it resonates. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, give me a like, share, and subscribe. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. I do go live and talk about manifestation, law of attraction, spirituality, and I give guided messages there. So if you're interested in that, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, Tarot Time with Dana, linked in the description box, as well as the About section. If you like my outfit today, you can get it for yourself, avasophiaco.com. It's my sister's online boutique. Check it out. Otherwise, until next time, Virgo, loving you so much, and namaste.